Hello, it's Sichling. Welcome back to another art video. This time, we're gonna do something crazy because I did not write a script for this and I want to see what happens. I have been watching some of my videos recently and I feel like when I write such an in-depth script, I just start to sound so robotic, and because I'm like repeating the words off the page and it just takes a lot of effort to add in my personality, and it doesn't sound really authentic if I'm not rambling. Also, I feel like the reason it takes me so long to come out with videos is because I'm so focused on making it perfect and spending time writing down those scripts. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna go crazy in this year, okay? Okay. So as you can probably tell from the title of this video or what you're seeing here, you're probably like, oh brother, she's doing more. They're doing more HELLAVERSE stuff. Yeah, I am. Just let me get this out of my system, okay? Like it's ever gonna come out of my system anytime soon. Honestly, the HELLAVERSE has been in my brain for the past years. Ever since the pilot came out, it's just been nonstop. Just been Hell of a Boss, Has Been Hotel, flipping back and forth in my brain rot. There's only 3 slots of brain rot in my brain, and they're constantly taking up 2 of them, so I don't know what to tell you. If you're not a fan of the shows or it's not your cup of tea, then you don't have to watch the video. But if you're one of those weird Viv aunties that spread shit on Twitter and all of that, might as well clear out now. Better for the both of us. Because there's sure to be a ton of HELLAVERSE stuff in the future, because I have a problem. And don't ruin the fun for the rest of us. Go be weird somewhere else, okay? All right. So this video, I thought I would talk about, well, 1, making an impsona of myself. 2, some likes and qualms I have with the shows. And 3, fandom stuff. Maybe, if I have time. I don't really know how this is gonna go. Also, me trying to unpack just how and why this fandom means so much to me. Because I honestly still don't entirely know why. It just took a deep-rooted seat in my brain that will not leave, like an incessant parasite. But a good one. But before I figure that out, I kind of want to talk about what's happening with this impsona. So I looked at the canvas information for this first concept that I made, and it was apparently a year ago. Somehow what? That is not real. I don't believe that. So apparently what you're witnessing is a year-long evolution of an OC being born. Therefore, you're going to see some significant art style changes and design changes. Yeah, immediately right here. It used to be such a switch change in art style where when I made my last Hell of a Boss OC, the Squid Demon Lumi, you can check out that video there. I had to deliberately put some thought into drawing it in the HELLAVERSE style. But I've been consuming these shows so much, especially this past year, that my art style has kind of evolved alongside it, subconsciously. So I'm kind of using the same shape language and design elements that the show has been doing unintentionally, which is crazy. Before long, I was using very simple line art and that follows those smooth or sharp shapes, and slowly the way I drew lashes became exaggerated to the point that it was matching the shows. It's just cool to see how much my art has emulated the shows. Now a little bit about her biology, design reasoning. Yeah. All right, so this design is more emulating my real self, but also taking elements from my Sichling design. If you didn't know, my Sichling persona, that is for this channel, it's they're a changeling, so they can shapeshift, and they're in another realm with a little magical mirror that looks into this realm that I'm presently in. So this is kind of a nice little combination of both of us. So she has wings like a fae. Any of my Sichling designs have always had some kind of wing element. Currently on this design, it's on my feet, but you don't really see So me has a jellyfish haircut. Don't even say anything. It works for me because I can't decide if I ever want short hair or long hair. But if I have a jellyfish haircut, then I can kind of just choose between, put the little dangles behind me if I want short hair and then pull them in front if I want long hair. I also gave her bits of white hair in some places. I know that like biologically, like male born imps have white hair, but I actually made my impsona part succubus so she could have the wings and be more like pinky. And also I thought it'd be ironic because I'm asexual. So that'd be fun if I was a succubus and I didn't want to suck. The timeline of all these speed paints is so out of order. First, I made that concept a year ago, and then this was actually next based on that concept. So you see the coloring looks like the original concept, but then I abandoned this one and then I tried it again because I didn't like how it looked at first. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to make an actual official character sheet. And then I changed the design, and that was the last thing you saw, which was the front and back official character sheet of her. I don't really know what I'm saying at this point, and I'm sure you don't either. Bottom line is, the most recent things that I've done is the front and back character sheet and the final drawing of this. The end. Now, how in the hell did I get so attached to this world? Honestly, I think part of it was trauma bonding. But also, I'd never seen something so itself, I don't know, something so colorful, something so fun. And like, I love world building. I love lore, all that shit. And I've never seen something this like extensive, and the HELLAVERSE coming out, just like expanding on it. It's just so fun, man. Especially since I'm a writer myself. If you don't know, I have my own comic. It's called Belle. It's on Webtoon. It's about a girl who is under a contract from a fairy queen, and there's a bunch of gay shenanigans and things, so you should consider doing that. But anyway, it's just such a creatively fun world, and I cannot help but take inspiration from it. I think it came at the perfect time creatively, because I was in such the deep dark depths of art school, going to drawing class at 7:30 a.m. and doing figure studies and still life. So please save me. Please save me from the still lifes. I need something creatively stimulating. Give me a character design class. Give me a comic, please. And then HELLAVERSE came at the perfect time. Like, I'm literally trembling thinking of the feeling of charcoal on my hands. Please. Ugh. And not just artistically inspiring, like the representation too. Like the queer relationships in it are just so normalized that I never realized how much other media portrayed them as, I don't know, like the oddball. Like, queer relationships in the HELLAVERSE is just so normal, and it's such a breath of fresh air that I almost forget that it's not queer relationships with a big bold letters rainbow print. Come here, gays, we have some queers in this show. Like, I feel like every other show, like, you're just desperate for scraps of something gay. Like, please, showrunners, just let these two guys kiss. That's what the chemistry is there for. No, let's put this one guy with this one girl that he has no chemistry with. Because that's what's normal. Sure, let's pretend they don't have a ton of sexual tension with their rival. I'm a veteran of Voltron. I am a Clance truther. I don't play around with this anymore. Anytime I think of that queer baiting, I take a deep breath and I think, Stolitz. We have Fizz and Ozzy. We have Charlie and Baggy. We have pretty much like mostly all of the characters, actually. And my Ace King Alistair, which I wanted to say something real quick about people shipping Alistair with people. And then people being like, please, Arrow Ace. Shut the fuck up. Does that mean I can't have romantic relationships? Hello? Platonic relationships? A sexual relationship whom I form a close-knitted emotional bond with, however little or however much. Ace is a spectrum. If anyone's gonna be the sexuality ship police, let the Ace folk lay down the law of all people. Thank you. Anyways, as much as I love the shows, I am willing to give some critiques that have to do with pacing and tone, which I'm sure a lot of people would agree on. For Has-Been, I feel like I can be more forgiving with it because they are backed by a studio who gives them deadlines and all that shit, so corporation stuff. So they only gave them so many episodes, which is fucking stupid. They better have more episodes in the new seasons. 8 is not enough. That's why it felt so rushed in Has Been. And honestly, the writers did a great job with what they were given. A lot of the problems with Has Been could be solved with more time to flesh things out. For Helluva, it seems very disjointed and chaotic for a lot of the time. Like one moment you'll have an emotional scene and then literally flip it, and then it's like comedy and it ruins the tone of it. I know it's also a comedy, but I feel like the genres should remain separate enough that they don't interfere with each other. Otherwise, a lot of the emotional moments are kind of tainted by the haha funny thing that just happened 2 seconds ago. I could go more into the writing intricacies in another video, but I don't want to make this any longer than it needs to be. So hope you enjoyed my Helliverse rambling. Feel free to ramble yourself in the comments, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.